Trish Rainone is on the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Welcome to the show.
Woo woo, kind of nerdy girls. Da, 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 da. You just said you didn't have a song, so I thought I'd write one, but I'm not that great of a singer, so I think I just ruined it.
No, not at all. If I can, I'll use that for future openings, because usually what happens is I have more girls here, but everybody's having, emergencies today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so usually what happens, I need to give you the right fanfare for this, is I do my own sound effects. Because we don't have enough. It's not in the budget to pay for a sound effects library, Trish. Okay.
I do a podcast too, and I don't add any sound effects or like music or anything afterwards because it just gets complicated.
Right, it's more work.
I am doing enough here by creating a podcast, and now you want me to add sounds and stuff? No, I don't have time for that.
And they're like, well, it sounds more professional. Well, that's not what I am.
Like, I never claimed to be a professional, so why are you expecting me to act like one?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let me do this, because otherwise the girls will be like, you chickened out and you didn't do your sound effects in front of Trish. So, okay, so this is the official open of the show. Boo, 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 choo, pow, 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 ping, 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 woo, woo. Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast with special guest, Trish Rainone. Boo, 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 pow, pow, pow.
I love it. That's so impressive.
Thank you.
You do not need to add anything but that. I'm going to say that that's the best opener ever.
Thank you. Thank you. If you ever decide you want some sound effects, I'm here for you.
But then I'm going to have to learn how to insert them.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, you don't want to do that. No. Now, everything about this podcast is like, yeah, we could do that, because you hear, you're a podcaster, right? I mean, you do everything. You write, you direct, and you act, and you're a podcaster. So, when you listen to those podcasts, at the beginning, they play a clip of a really great moment that's coming up on the show. And I'm like,
yes,
well, that sounds really cool, but that seems like a lot of work to go back and find that clip and then copy it and move it to the front.
I completely agree. I do not want to deal with that. I'm like, just starting a podcast is enough. Like, what more do you want from me, people?
Yeah.
And yeah, we can make our own. Pow, pow, chow, pow, pow. Maybe on my next, I have your dating stories, the podcast. So maybe I'll make up something like inspired by your song. Ba, 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 chow, pow, pow. Ow!
I like that.
Dating stories, the podcast. Ba, ba, pow, pow. Do you have those sounds copyrighted?
I do not.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And good. Even, Trish, when this podcast gets so big that things are copyrighted, I will still not sue you.
Yes.
You
One
got
last person who will sue me. This is good. This is a great day. I don't know about you, but this is a great day for me.
Yes. So one of the things that I have prepared for you today, because we always, we like to play games. And, we talk about a lot of pop culture. And as you can see, I've got, my nerdy stuff in the background here.
Hey, there's nothing nerdy about Scarlett Johansson.
Isn't she so fantastic?
She's so fantastic. She's so versatile. She's perfect. And she's so intelligent. She calls people out when they're objectifying her. And I like that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when they were talking about this Avengers movie, this franchise thing that was going to happen, I grew up being a Captain America fan, like comic books and everything. Like, he was just my guy, but then, Black Widow was my girl, and I couldn't think of anybody else. I was like, if it's not Scarlett Johansson, then there shouldn't be a Black Widow. She is Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. She's amazing.
So before we get into what you nerd out about, I do want to let you know that I know that you were working on your Britney Spears impersonation.
Well, I've really been getting a lot of efficient things done today, like the Britney Spears impersonation, the Gwen Stefani impersonation, the J-Lo impersonation that I haven't posted yet, and the All Saints, one of the All Saints girls from the 90s, that impersonation. So I feel like it's been a very productive day.
You're nailing it. You did that all in a day? Like,
right?
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell people.
How are you awake right now?
I'm drinking coffee with Baileys.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? My mom told me. My mom has taught me a lot of wise things. And recently she told me Baileys or any sort of other cream liqueurs are not alcohol, they're coffee. So now on days that I'm not drinking, I look at the cream liqueurs and I'm like, well, I said I wasn't going to drink on weekdays, but it's just coffee. My mom said so.
It's just coffee.
It's just coffee.
And if your mom said so, it's true.
Then you have to do it and you have to listen to it.
Yeah. We're very Irish in our house. As a matter of fact, when Christmas ends, we take all the ornaments off and put St. Patrick's Day ornaments on. And yes, this is a thing because we have found a lot of St. Patrick's Day ornaments and our tree stays up. And it was such a bummer because we have more fun celebrating St. Patrick's Day than we ever do. Like Christmas has got family drama and stress.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
you know,
I agree. And too much food and you get full and it's day after day. St. Patty's Day, it's like, well, it's just coming for one day. So we're going to go big. We're going to go home and we're going to drink our faces off, drink all the green beer. And it's only one day. So it's the best day ever.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
It really is.
You know, and my nephews, my nieces and nephews are growing up thinking this is a totally normal thing. Like people keep their tree up and they celebrate.
I don't know why we don't do that in my family. We went on a family trip to Ireland. We have some Irish blood.
We did too.
We biked across Ireland 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And it rained every day, go figure.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was a normal thing that everyone biked everywhere in Ireland. No. And we were the only people on the road biking.
I can't even imagine because we were driving and the roads are terrifying.
They're tiny. There's big hills. There's sheep running across the road. There's wind and rain pelting you. It's cold. Yeah, it was roads wash out from all the rain. One washed out right behind us. So we made it. But yeah, I'm going to start pitching this whole keeping the Christmas tree up for St. Patty's Day thing in my family as well.
It's so much fun. It's fantastic. And I did at one point when we went, when we went into this stay at home life, I was like, well, then the tree's staying up as long as we're staying home.
Yeah. Just make it feel like Christmas or like an extended St. Patty's Day.
But I got really
every day.
Right. I got really mad though, because I thought at first it was, 2 weeks. Okay. Well, 2 weeks and then we'll have our St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Fine. We'll just delay it a little bit. And then 2 more weeks. And then it was 2 more weeks. And then I got really mad one day and I angry tore down the tree because I was, we're not getting to have St. Patrick's Day. So my husband came home from work and he's like, where's the tree? Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. All right. Like, if you want to get it back out, it's fine. But I had a moment. I tore it apart. It's in the garage. And I don't want to see it right now.
Don't want to look at it. Don't want to look at those leprechauns. No more ornaments. They're going away.
Yeah. It was not it was like that. Is this bringing me joy? No, it's not bringing me joy.
No.
It has to
get rid of it. How are we going to transition back?
I don't know. The day that I have to leave my house and wear pants,
right?
No. So coming up, I do want you to know that we're going to play a game because of your Britney Spears, because I must tell you, I do love me some Britney Spears.
Yay, Britney.
So we're going to play a little game. It's BS or BSB, and you'll be deciding if the lyrics are from a Britney Spears song or a Backstreet Boys song. So.
Oh, I have so got this.
Okay.
One of my best friends is a die-hard Backstreet Boys fan. She's met them 10 times, and she's even invited me to some chat rooms where people dish the Backstreet Boy gossip. I signed in once or twice. Okay, I know everything about them.
Uh-huh. Is there a story that you loved or that a fan was telling and you're like, this cannot be real?
Oh, yeah. All their stories about. So I was just minding my own business, sitting in a hotel lobby, and I look up, and it's Kevin from the Backstreet Boys. And he goes, wow, you're beautiful. And I go, aren't you married? And he goes, not today.
No.
It's a lot of stories like that. Or they're like, so-and-so's wife is a Grinch. She's bringing everybody down. Yeah, did you see her in that photo? She looked like a Grinch.
There's this jealousy there. She's got to be a Grinch so that she goes away because he's meant to be with me.
Yeah, they're blaming the wives for everything.
How crazy is it that, like, I mean, the Backstreet Boys, they keep saying they haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, they've never gone away. They keep going. They're like the Energizer bunnies.
They are.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Well, I'm excited to hear that you're in for this game because
oh yes,
it is a guilty pleasure of mine. The boy bands and Britney Spears. I
love it.
I will not get rid of Pandora. People are like, why are you still paying for Pandora? And I have, Amazon Music and, everything else in between. I have my NSYNC radio station on Pandora curated so perfectly to like every NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, Britney Spears.
Oh, what a dream.
Like every song that you want. And you
cannot get rid of that.
It's worth $5 a month for the rest of my life.
That is totally worth the $5 a month. Wow. Yeah. NSYNC is a whole other story. In high school, I felt like I had to choose one or the other. Mm-hmm. And my aunt brought me to an NSYNC concert in Detroit. So after that, I always said I was just an NSYNC girl, but I secretly would come home and listen to the Backstreet Boys. Yeah. But I felt like I had to choose.
Yeah, I was a little bit of the same. And I felt like the Backstreet Boys were a little more popular in my group. And I was like, I just really loved NSYNC. And I loved
There's something about Justin Timberlake's hair. It just really it looked like those ramen noodles, and it just really drew me in.
Yeah, it was so, I don't know, it was so terribly perfect.
Like it was terribly perfect. It really was.
and Lance was my favorite because he never quite was in step with everyone. Like
he was off. He was
always smiling and having such a fun time. And I was like, I love you, Lance. You never get it right, but you're having fun.
Well, not everyone can be an amazing dancer. I don't know how those pop stars do it. Like they're supposed to sing, they're supposed to dance, they're supposed to be virgins, they're supposed to be perfect, they're supposed to be cute, they're supposed to be available. They're supposed to accept all these stalkers. Sounds like a tough life.
It does. It does. But then I also look into like your world, and even I'm always in awe of anyone that can act. One, because I would just giggle my way through everything. I mean, I laugh for people. I watched that show, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. But I'm watching them do these dance routines and like singing to each other. And I'm just laughing for them. Like never, ever in my life could I get through that. But also it seems like you guys have like every talent. It's like you need to, know how to like do crazy jumps and know how to dance and like, and know crazy words depending on what, like you're playing a doctor or something. I'm like, I'm not talented. I can sit in a microphone.
I feel like everyone has different skill sets. And if I had to sit in, I don't know, if I had to be a doctor or sit in an office all day, people would think I had zero skills. And I have had office jobs, and they definitely could concur. They think I have zero skills because I guess I'm bored. So I guess it's just all... And when it comes to not cracking up on set, there's so many people and so much money on the line that you're like, if I laugh and ruin this take, I'm going to cost a lot of money because then we're going to go into overtime and everyone's going to be paid overtime. And then these producers are going to hate me and never cast me again. Okay.
Oh my
No
gosh.
laughing.
Okay. Now I got
the pressure. The pressure gets you. The pressure always gets you. You're like, I cannot screw this up. Like, it's not funny. They always show those takes of actors, like all the outtakes where the actors goof around. If you're one of the, like, I also produce, and let me tell you, I'm still a fairly new producer, but I've been doing it for, like, done a couple projects. And if actors get really goofy and start laughing and stuff, you're like, oh, here we go. Okay, come on, people. But when you're the actor, you're like, this is so much fun. And you want to have those moments. But whenever they show those outtakes, it's not as fun as they make it look.
Gotcha.
The outtakes, it's more like people are rolling their eyes like, let's get this piece of crap thing done and get home. Enough actors, like settle down actors.
So what is, with having your hands in so many different parts of the entertainment industry, is there one thing in particular that you're like, I wish I could just do this?
I think so. I like to write, and it takes so long to get something made. I have some things in development, and it takes so long to apply for funding and get an investor and get the script in the right place and get the funding to come in and go into pre-production. So a lot of the things that I've been working on the past year, we haven't filmed yet. And I've written some of them. I'm not a writer on all of them. But to write, you just have to sit down and write, and you can do it any day, anytime, as long as you feel like doing it. And to produce, it takes months or years. To act, you're putting your life in so many other people's hands. I do auditions all the time and book probably 2 out of 200 things a year. So it's just like writing is the one thing that you can actually do solo, control, and express yourself through it without waiting for someone else to give you the okay.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I love writing.
Anytime you get other human beings involved, it just gets complicated.
Oh, people are so complicated. I kind of like the immediacy of being at home now and doing everything over Zoom, because more people are doing, like, say, to pick up the phone and do some Instagram skits because we're at home. It's like, well, I do have a platform, so why not shoot something? And no one expects it to be good quality because they know I'm stuck at home with just my phone. So it is kind of fun to be able to just like shoot stuff and get it out there now and not have it be like a complicated 2-year process.
Yeah, I was amazed right at the beginning when it all happened so fast that some of these big anchors had worse equipment in their house than I did. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, and the show is still going on,
right? And they're just like, whatever. This
Ryan Seacrest in his jogging pants, and we're still tuning in every morning to Kelly and Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually amazing because you realize now they don't need those studios. I mean, they still kind of need the studio for the broadcasting and like for the eyeballs, but they don't actually physically have to be in a studio anymore to shoot the show, which I do think is going to change things. I think now, and businesses too are going to realize we don't need this big of an office space. We can cut back on the overhead and have people work from home.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think things will kind of change. I don't think they're ever going back to exactly how they were.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm ever leaving my house again, even when they tell me I can. I'm real happy here.
Yeah, I agree. Jogging pants and chips. I eat chips every day. I don't give a crap.
Yeah. Well, why? Because it doesn't matter. You just, it
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with the dog today, Sophie. I said there's 2, Sophie and Abby. I said, what is the purpose of our lives, Sophie? We sit around here all day. We go for walks. We eat, we poop, we sleep, we do it again. What is the purpose? She didn't answer, but I think she will answer eventually. So I'm waiting on that answer.
Let me know what she has to say.
I'll let you know.
I do the same thing. I do have a husband. When I tell people I have 5 cats, they immediately think
you're alone.
Yeah, you're alone. I had 1 cat when I met him, and now I have 5.
True love is finding someone who will be a crazy cat person with you.
Yes.
That is true love.
Yes, it is.
That is rare love.
Yeah. And now I can't take him anywhere that I'm doing pet stuff. So one of my other jobs, which is getting more difficult by the day to do, is I work for Pet Pals TV, which is a national show, and I'm the kitty correspondent because I'm the only one on the show that has cats.
I love this. What a cool title.
Oh my gosh.
Kitty correspondent.
It's so fun. It's like, I'm the kitty correspondent, and it's my job to find positive stories about cats, which, sometimes cats make that difficult.
They can definitely be moody. I've had cats and they hold grudges against me for sure.
Yeah.
They really do.
I feel like that when you earn a cat's love, like
You've really earned it.
It's
loyal and it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have these conversations with my cats because my husband's an essential worker, so he's still going out into the world. And then I'm just here with my cats, and they're used to being alone. And so, they come in and they stare at me like, "Are you ever going to leave?" And then we have the conversation, and I explain to him like, "Well, no, I'm never going to leave." And then and then I'm 20 minutes in, and I'm late to a meeting because
You've been having a conversation with your cats.
Talking with a cat again.
But there's so many deep things you can talk to them about.
There really is. And they accept it. I mean, even your dogs, like when they get a little judgy or something, you can see it. You can see it in their eyes, but they're quick to come around. Yeah. Yeah. I love my babies. And we both grew up with dogs, but then we moved into this house and a little duckling imprinted on my husband, and he's been living with us for 8 years. And so
a duckling?
Yes. Left behind like a little baby duckling.
Oh, no.
And he has lived, he doesn't leave. He doesn't like fly south. And here we're in Indianapolis, so it doesn't really we get winter, but not. I grew up in Wisconsin and like what you know of winter, right? Indiana.
Oh, yeah. Nothing. We're still having winter right now. There's still a little bit of snow out there.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Ontario, Canada. 2 seasons, winter and summer. There's no in between.
Yeah, I that's tough for me. I love my spring and my fall. But yeah, this little duck, his name's Alfred. And he's got a life partner named Greta, and they bring us their babies every year.
No.
And every single time we've thought, and I actually just saw one the other day because my heart is like breaking for the shelters and all of these pets that, in this situation. And I saw a little beagle, and I almost was like, oh, I want him so bad, and I'm like, well, what are we going to do with these ducks that have it so good out in our backyard? They don't know how to live like ducks.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. What a nice story. I love that. Yeah. Oh, I want to see the ducks. That's
really
what? Sweet.
We're connected on Instagram now.
Yes.
It is an annual thing. Greta and Alfred will bring their babies up and knock on the door and present their babies. And like people who follow me on Instagram have already started asking, have Alfred and Greta brought their babies yet? I'm like, no, not yet, but they're, there's a nest and they're out there and they'll.
Wow, that's such a nice story.
It's so
I want to
cool.
see a documentary on this. I didn't even know that could happen. Like, I didn't know ducks did that. But if they imprint with you, then they stick with you for life.
Yeah,
and they're like knocking on your door.
They knock at their little beaks. They'll hear it.
Wow.
And if we forget to feed them also during this time, but we know the knock that's like, the babies are here. The babies are here.
Babies are here. I can't wait to see. Yes, I'm going to follow along and wait for that.
It should be soon.
Oh, good. Oh,
so let's talk about you and what you nerd out about, because that is the whole basis of this podcast. It does not have to be Star Wars. It does not have to be Marvel. It's like what's your entertainment? What's your thing that you binge or you can't wait for it to come out? What's your jam?
Ooh, comedies.
Yes.
Like, okay. I like more sitcoms. Because I'm trying to, like, the ideal would be to be a writer on a sitcom or a creator on a sitcom. There was Love on Netflix. I really like that. Like Two Broke Girls. Anything with quirky female characters, I love. What have I been watching lately? Oh, I watched this one on Amazon Prime. It was called I think it was called Hindsight. Why does that sound wrong right now? I'm pretty sure it was called Hindsight. And it was about this woman in her 40s who's getting married for the second time. And the night before the wedding, she goes back in time to the night before her first wedding. And then she has to relive her 20s, knowing what she knows at 40.
Oh my gosh.
And I loved it so much. It was just like the characters were so well written and it was really witty. And then I got to the last episode. I didn't look ahead to see if there were multiple seasons, and it ended on a cliffhanger, and there are no more seasons.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
so upset.
Oh, I hate that.
I need to know. I looked up the writer. She didn't have Instagram. I really wanted to reach out to her and say, hey, what happens? I just need this closure.
Right? You can post that in a blog. If you're not going to make it anymore, just tell me what happened.
Just tell me. But I've done, I was a co-creator on a comedy, and I've had people after we did 2 seasons, and after the first season, people would reach out and they'd be like, when's season 2 coming? I want to know what happens. And even now they're like, is there going to be a season 3? What happens? And now I kind of get it. I'm like, oh, now I'm one of those people reaching out to other people being like, it takes over your life. You really want to know.
Oh, yeah.
And the writer probably doesn't know because they haven't written it. And
I mean, what is she doing right now?
She's probably at home. I feel like I could probably find your phone number. I probably have some good stalker friends I could reach out to.
I have
my friend who's in love with the BSB. I could be like, how did you find out where they were staying those 8 times you met them?
Oh my gosh.
Can you find me this showrunner's phone number?
I bet
I would really like to call her and find out what happens at the end of Hindsight.
Okay, well, please.
There's lots of comedies. There's one with Hilary Duff I was binging, but I can't even remember what it's called now, so I guess I didn't like it that much.
I'm getting close to finally being done with Schitt's Creek. Have you?
Oh, Schitt's Creek is so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
So funny.
It's so funny. And they really just develop those characters from these horrible people into these absolutely, you just want to love them all. I love David so much.
David.
Ew, David.
I love that. There's all these Ew, David t-shirts and stuff online. I'm like, I really want one. I auditioned for the show maybe twice, maybe once. The one time I can remember is the time I totally crapped the bed. It was the worst audition I've ever done in my entire life. And it was for Schitt's Creek, yeah. So it would have been 1 episode. So it's not like it would, but I would have loved to be a part of it. But yeah, it's always hard as an actor because you see these amazing shows. And if you get an audition for it, so you feel close to it and then you don't get it.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
So nobody else knows how close you are or might be because you're being brought in, but it's close to home for you. And you're every time you turn on the TV, you're yeah, there's another thing that didn't want me, but it's great. I wish they wanted me. Why didn't they want me?
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, I love that show, though. I find it so funny. And do you guys have Workin' Moms? That's another Canadian show that I really enjoy, and I think it might be on I think it's on US Netflix now, so I know it's gone to the States. But there are some really talented comedy creators here in Canada.
I will. Well, I will go look for that because we're like I said, we're getting close to being caught up on Schitt's Creek, and all of my co-hosts here on the show are will you watch something else? All you watch is Schitt's Creek. Yes. I have nothing to bring to the table. Look, I can give you some news about what's going on, but all I'm doing is watching Schitt's Creek. So
hey, I think that's time well spent. But yeah, check out Workin' Moms. I'm not a mom, and I totally relate to everything they're doing just because my sister has kids and my friends have kids, and I'm just also at that age where things are going south and but you don't really care and you're more comfortable with your body, and they deal with a lot of body stuff. So I feel like I can really because I'm in my 30s just relate to the characters.
Oh yeah, that's great. And I'm the same way. I don't have any kids, which is why people think I'm a crazy cat lady. But I've got tons of nieces and nephews and all of that stuff. I always feel like if I had my own kids, I couldn't be the person that I am to all of these nieces and nephews.
Yeah, that's such a good way of looking at it, and to the ducks and to the cats.
Right. I wouldn't have time for ducks if I was doing e-learning right now.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds awful.
Oh gosh.
My poor sister has 3 kids and she still has to work full time because she's essential, and I don't know how she's doing it.
Man, yeah.
She's trying to work from home, and it's a lot.
All right. So do you have, let's talk about what you have. What do you have going on right now? You've got your podcast that I want to make sure people are listening to, because Trish, it's a mission to get more women, and especially funny women, to do podcasts. I get so sick of going to these conventions and doing podcast marathons, and it's like all a bunch of dudes. And I like dudes, right? Like I'm not at these guys, but where are the women representing here? So any chance that I get to talk to another girl who's as nerdy as I am about having a podcast, it makes me very happy. So let's talk about all the people behind you right now.
Oh, so I had a Kick Butt Ladies podcast I did for like 30 some episodes a year or two ago. And then I just stopped doing it because other things came up. But then since I've been home in isolation, I thought, you know what, I really liked podcasting, and it's actually not the hardest thing to figure out how to do. Mm-hmm. And I can do it from home. So what's one that I could do without trying to schedule in guests? And I just wanted to think of the simplest premise I could think of. So I'm doing Your Dating Stories, the podcast. I'm on season 2 now. It's on iTunes and Sounder so far. And I have people write in their dating stories, and then I just kind of read out their dating stories. So I read 2 to 3 dating stories per episode. I keep them short. They're 8-minute episodes, 8 to 10-minute episodes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You're never going to run out of dating stories.
Right. I figure everyone can relate. Even if they're married, they're pretty much dating someone every day, or people have dated before, they had dating fails. My mom contributed some of the stories that I read, and I didn't know she had these dating stories. So yeah, it's been really fun. And I posted an ad on Hoo Ha Ha. It's Elizabeth Banks. Yeah. I love that platform.
Yes.
And I got some really great stories that way, and then through social media and that sort of thing. So it's been a really great experience.
Very cool. Are you planning on, I know you've got J-Lo in the works as far as your messages of, pop stars in quarantine. Are you planning anybody else?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so today on Instagram, I was, posting these imitations, pop star imitations. I feel like I'm going to do Shakira.
Nice.
That's one.
That's a lot of shaking.
That's a lot of shaking. I think I'm going to have to order a special wig for Shakira.
Ooh, and also, you can't do Shakira without your hips. So
that's true. The hips do not lie. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put on pants.
You're gonna have to put on
jeans for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just still, I feel like I'm posting stupid things to Instagram and making these little comedy skits, but I still work on applying for grants for feature films and that sort of thing. So I still pretty much do work all day. I just don't get paid for it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of us.
I will once we shoot, if the movies ever happen. So doing a few different things, writing, and I'm trying to get into shooting on a Canon, because I'm like, even though I've directed a little bit, I'm not the camera person. I'm not really good with cameras, so now I'm trying to get into that. So I got a DSLR Canon, and I'm shooting a documentary right now about the dogs. It's a dogumentary.
Oh, you know what? When you have that done, let's talk. Even though I'm the kitty correspondent, let's talk on Pet Pals TV. Well,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, that'll be great. That's so much
I'm really
fun.
excited about that.
Yeah.
So I think I have all the footage I need now. So I just have to get the footage onto the computer and then work away with iMovie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning new skills.
Yes, that's what I prior to last year, I had a career in radio, and it didn't know anything about even how to be on TV, right?
Yeah.
And so when I took this job with Pet Pals TV, I think they expected me to have more skills, and I'm like, I know how to sit in front of a microphone. That's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know, I don't know which side I'm supposed to stand on with the microphone. I don't know what a super is.
Yeah.
So I've had a crash course this year, and I've brought my husband along with me because he does a lot of audio editing. And I'm like, man, I do not have the patience to do video editing. I can do podcast stuff, but video editing is a whole new monster. And I tried it, and I was like, I think that this is a job for you. So, but it's different people have different passions, and he loves that part.
Putting it together. It's such a puzzle. It's amazing what editors do. Like, you can write one thing and shoot one thing, and then you see the edit and you're like, actually, can you put this over here and actually take this from the end, put it at the beginning, chop this down, and they do it. They have suggestions like, what if we take this out or put it over here? I'm going to take this little look you did from this scene and put it over here, because I feel like it's amazing what they do. Yeah. It's really cool. It's an art.
They are, they're the real heroes.
They're really putting together those movies. Yeah.
Yes, very much. All right, are you ready to play?
Yes, I'm so ready. I'm so excited.
All right, BS or BSB. Okay, I'm not singing, by the way. I can do sound effects. I cannot sing. All right, so it's just a lyric, and you decide if it's Britney Spears or Backstreet Boys. And what's at stake here? If you win, I don't know. I can't send you anything because it's really safe to send them out. We'll figure something out.
Okay. I want to. If I win on this podcast, I do want to hear you sing Britney Spears.
Oh, crap.
Or any impression, any artist.
Okay. All right.
Any artist of your choice.
All right. Fair enough. I'm just about to make this.
I'm a brat. I'm not.
Okay. Great. I'm about to make this game way harder on you now. Okay. Number one, Britney Spears or Backstreet Boys. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Britney Spears.
All right. I used to have a bell in here. Well, I guess I just ding, 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 ding. I make my own sound effects.
Woo-hoo.
All right. All right. And I set you up for that one. Come on, let's be honest. I heard you singing it earlier today on Instagram.
Yeah, I was singing that all day. Come on. Challenge me a little.
All right. Number two. Am I your fire?
BSB, your one desire. Believe when I say that I want it that way.
Beautiful. Wow.
Right?
Okay.
I won't sing every time.
No, I want you to.
AJ I did a little video recently, and AJ liked it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My friend said, you better slip into his DMs. And I said, I'm not doing that.
You should not have told your friend that. Of course you
Right? I was like, did you see that AJ liked my BSB sketch? And she's like, oh, I have to call you right now. Slip into his DMs.
I have no idea why, but Donnie Wahlberg follows me on Twitter.
Shut the front door.
I have no idea why.
Shut the front door.
Freaking Donnie Wahlberg follows me. And then it's a lot of pressure because it's like, what if Donnie Wahlberg sees my dumb tweets? You know?
Yeah, I know. When you have someone famous follow you, every time you go to post, you're like, will Donnie approve of this message? Will this impress Donnie? Will Donnie find this funny? Yeah, it's weird. I feel like if a celebrity follows you, it should be known that you can reach out and say, hey, what's up? How did you end up following me?
Right. Because at
that.
Some point, if this quarantine continues on, I'm going to have enough wine one night that I'm going to DM him, right? I'll be like,
slide
look, man.
into his DMs.
I'm going to slide into his DMs. I'm going to be like, you have been following me for 2 years. I don't know why, but you've never liked a single post. So either start liking something or quit making me feel this pressure that maybe someday you will like one of my tweets because you're seeing them.
Do you ever look at who looks at your Instagram story?
No, I don't want to
You can
know.
you can see, and once in a while I have looked and seen someone who's like someone from O-Town, the boy band,
Oh, I
was
love
looking
O-Town.
at my stories, but he didn't follow me. So I'm like, is this just does his account automatically look at other people's stories? So then they're like, oh, who's that? And then they follow him? Or is he really creeping me? But then why
Yeah,
doesn't he follow me?
that is so weird.
Yeah, I was
And
wondering about that.
and I am going to lose my butt here because you know O-Town, so you are going to get every single one of these right.
Oh, not only do I know O-Town, I met them when I was in high school, and then my best friend and I got photos with them. So then we decided to start rumors online that we were their girlfriends, and I was Trevor's girlfriend in the rumor, and his fans said that I was ugly.
Of course they did.
And it really broke my heart. But they believed it. Like, we intentionally set these rumors out there into the internet world.
I can't believe that you don't have that on your profile. Fake girlfriend of Trevor from O-Town.
Oh my gosh. Do you think if I put that, the guy would freak out?
No,
I wonder if he'd be okay with that.
At this point,
I'll try doing it for the rest of the day, and I'll do it today when I get off here and see if he says anything to me about it.
Okay.
Or questions it.
All right. Get back.
And if not, I'll leave it up until he
Yes.
does question it.
Because I feel like what's he doing right now?
Oh yeah, I should. I love that. I'm putting that as my bio. Great suggestion.
Okay. All right. So you're 2 for 2 here. I've got 5. Where was I? Here we go. It might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean I'm serious.
BS.
Crap.
My dream was to be a pop star. I'm all over this. I'm getting 100% on this.
Okay, 100%. Here we go. On the taste. I can't read my own writing. Oh, the taste of your lips. I'm on a ride.
BSB. What? How could I? Oh, God. What song is that?
Britney Spears, Toxic.
Dang it! That is toxic.
Yep.
You're toxic. Wow. Okay, that's what I get for being cocky.
And that was me singing, so.
Yes, you did it. Woo!
All right. One more. Am I original? Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Am I sexual? Yeah.
BSB.
Nice.
And I know this because, I know it because I know BSB, but a friend of mine who I had a big crush on, I told him I had a dream that we were in love. And then he was like, I'm going to go to bed tonight and have a dream about you and say that we're in love. And then the next day I asked him if he dreamt about me. And he said, all I could dream about was why the Backstreet Boys asked each other if they were sexual, and they all in unison sang, yeah. I just remember being like, what? Anyways. And that conversation stands out in my mind.
I love it. I've never thought about it that way, but another moment.
That's what my guy friend was dreaming about. So
I love it. Well, it has been super fun.
It's been so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
We have to thank PD Beats for connecting us.
PD Beats. PD Beats. PD Beats is amazing. He has today I was looking through his YouTube channel, and he's had all these people on. He just had Jan from The Office. He had Canadian celebrity Fred Penner. We used to watch him growing up. He was like a guy who had a show with a guitar. I'm like, you had Fred Penner on your show.
He gets everyone. I do whatever he tells me. He's like, you need to have this person on your show. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's on fire. He's just like, and he's only going to keep, doing amazing things and connecting people and spreading joy.
Yes. Well, and I mean, that's the best we can do right now, right?
Exactly.
Get connected and spread some joy, and hopefully people like the goofy stuff we're putting out there.
And if not, they can unfollow.
That's right.
And if you want to unfollow me, then you're not funny. So I don't want you to follow me anyway.
Yeah.
If you don't find this funny, then you obviously don't know what funny is. Okay, I'll stop.
I'm going to slide that into Donnie's DMs.
I can't wait to hear about the night you get drunk on some wine and slide into Donnie's DMs.
Oh my gosh. You'll be there with me. It'll be like, I gotta get Trish on the Zoom for this. She's not gonna believe that.
That's amazing. I love that. Yes, do that. Please do call.
All right, please keep me posted on your status as fake girlfriend of Trevor from O-Town.
I will do that. I'm going to go put it in my bio right now, and I'll tag him.
And the documentary.
Yes,
please.
Documentary. I'll send it to you when it's completed. I'm going to edit it over the next couple of weeks.
Fantastic. And you are officially a kind of nerdy girl, so you're welcome back anytime.
Yay!
All right.
Kind of nerdy girls, kind of nerdy girls. Yeah. Kind of nerdy girls.
Pow, pow,
Pow, pow, pow, pow.
pow.
Ooh.